So don't panic. All menopause weight gain can be reversed. It doesn't need to be a thing. You hear it on the media all the time. Oh, weight gain, weight gain. Yeah, but it can always be reversed. I've helped all clients reverse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 stone, 40, 30, 20 kilos. It's always solvable. You just need to speak to an expert. And for example, me, I'll look at everything. Is it your estrogen, your progesterone, your testosterone? Is it your sleep? Is it your lifestyle? Is it your lack of movement? And we fix it. So please don't let it get you down. We can always fix it. Now, I assume the questions that Debbie would have asked me are, what are the main causes of weight gain? Well, it depends if you're perimenopause, postmenopause, because obviously it's very different. Now, once you've gone through the change, if you've got very little estrogen, then our estrogen lubricates our joints. So we can actually start to put on weight if our estrogen levels dip, because we can get joint pain. Any inflammation is obviously going to stop the fat burning because your body's protecting yourself. Often people get anxiety and a bit of depression, so they turn to food. That's all estrogen as well, and the side effects, your hot flushes. All of these can make people tired. If you don't sleep, I'm afraid, you're in insulin resistance. Your body will turn off the fat burning because, again, we are an animal. It's protecting you. So if you're not sleeping, your body's like, whoa, what's going on? Fight or flight. So it starts producing cortisol, which is fat around the middle. So there's so many reasons. Are you an endomorph, an ectomorph, or a mesomorph? Because exercise is only tiny in this. 80% of what you eat and drink is your body. Only 15% exercise and 5% genetics, your height. But that 15%, you must be doing it right. It's all about your skeletal muscle versus subcutaneous fat ratio. From 30 onwards, you lose a pound of muscle, which burns calories, and put on 1.5 pounds that doesn't every year. So after 10 years, that's only 15 pounds, but you've lost 10 pounds of muscle burning, and put on 15 pounds of not burning. So by 40, 50, 60, 70, you see what's happening. So all we've got to do is take you back to when you were 20 or 30, which means you had high skeletal muscle and low subcutaneous fat. And that's what time you eat, what food you eat. So all of this can be fixed. And then endo, ecto, meso. Are you doing resistance the right way? A lot of my clients are bulking up. Personal trainers talk about muscle mass. We're not in that game. No, we're about shredding and lean, not bulk. So if you have a personal trainer, make sure they do understand the difference. So if you're a meso or an endo, you could be bulking up. A lot of my clients actually have a lot of mass, which is big thighs. Remember, muscle mass is your heart muscle, your brain muscle. It's a mass. So if your thighs are big, that's the wrong exercise. That means your posture, your gait. So I work with clients on posture, on gait. All of this is reversible. Progesterone, that's the next hormone. Now, progesterone, again, can really make you put on weight if your levels are too high. So again, once you're through the menopause, it's much easier. Go and get a test. Watch your progesterone levels. Get it balanced. If you're perimenopause, they're putting you on a Marinacol now and progesterone. The problem is too much progesterone versus estrogen is a real weight gainer. And I have one client, I love Marinacols, I'm not going to criticize them. I've had 3 and I've still got 1. I think they're amazing. But one client, she was perimenopausal, of course I'm postmenopausal, and her Marinacol, when they took it out, she lost nearly 2 stone. So again, get it checked. And it's not one size fits all. Never assume you're the same as anyone else. You must know what your estrogen levels are, progesterone levels are, and testosterone levels are separately. Yeah, so that old-fashioned word HRT, I'm afraid, is gone because that was one size fits all. What we're doing now is just checking those 3 hormones, have a little blood test for all 3, and when you find out what it is, then it's up to them to match the levels. So testosterone, crucial. Now again, women have lots of testosterone in their 30s, but because all doctors and scientists are men, they go, you don't need it. Yes, we do. Because without testosterone, you lose your mojo, your sex drive, your hua, juspa. But also, our skeletal muscle is depleted. By the time we're my age, 58, we're losing 12% a year. So if you can't build lean mass, you can't build your skeletal muscle. You can't burn calories. You can't have a good metabolism. So testosterone. So estrogen, progesterone, and estrogen and testosterone, estrogen, all 3. It's much easier when you've gone through the change because you're a blank canvas. So you just go and get tested, find out what's missing, and get it sorted. Poof, it can take a while. None of us have an easy time of it. Make sure you see a female doctor. But perimenopause is tricky, isn't it? Because one day you've got too much estrogen, the next too little. One day you've got too much. So that's different. Now with that, let's just focus on food. Yeah, let's really focus on the food. And it's the emotional state. Don't forget, stress is the main cause of belly fat. Well, processed foods, belly fat. Stress, cortisol, belly fat. You can do that just by the time you have your coffee, or how much stress you're feeling, or how little sleep you're having. All of that's the tummy. Processed food, the tummy, because you've got your visceral fat inside you, wrapped around your organs. That's what makes the belly stick out. That's allergens, intolerances, and inflammation, because you're eating the wrong food, because everybody's been misled by lots of media people telling you all the wrong information. And I'm going to tell you the right information. So that's the fat on the belly. But the reason we get a double belly is we've got subcutaneous fat too. And subcutaneous fat, remember the skeletal muscle subcutaneous fat ratio I just talked about, that the skeletal muscle's going down and the subcutaneous fat's going up, so your metabolism is slowing. Again, all reversible. Yeah, when that happens, obviously, we start to see external fat. That's the subcutaneous fat, under the skin, the arms, the belly, the bottom, the thighs. Again, totally reversible if you know what you've got to be doing. Excuse my cough. So that's totally different from low impact cardio. That's resistance exercise, totally different time of day. Again, you endoectomesis. So when people say, oh, give me a sentence, how do you lose weight in menopause? It's huge. Yeah. I've got to talk to you about your protein levels, your water levels. I've got to talk to you about your visceral fat, your subcutaneous fat. I've got to talk to you about your skeletal muscle, your muscle mass. Yeah, I've got to talk to you about your fat-free body weight, your metabolic age. Yeah, because the visceral fat dictates your metabolic age. So if you want to be younger than you are, you've got to get that visceral fat right. And that is, again, processed foods, standing, crucially important. What time you do your exercise, what exercise you do. Yeah, and then the subcutaneous fat is what time you eat, what food you're eating, what time you eat, what you're eating, what food you're eating, and resistance exercise. So what do I named here already? 9 or 10 important things that you need to know. When you know those, you will lose your menopause weight. You will lose your menopause belly, because none of my clients ever haven't. Anyone who's committed will always lose the weight. It's a science. So don't sit there getting depressed, thinking, oh, I'm putting on. Get in touch, yeah? And the thing with my one-to-ones is I'm there for you each week. So most of this is in our head. If we're in the, oh, I'm down mode, we will go down. What I'm here to do is to get you knowing that you can look incredible. At 85, my oldest client was 92. Never too late to have a great body, because we can always get those skeletal muscles back if we've got enough testosterone, and we can talk about that. Never too late to lose belly fat. Never too late to lose the external mass. And really never too late to fix the head, because the head is our control. As Jay Shetty says, you're not who you are, you're not who you think you are, you're who you think you are. It's all in here. So if you wake up every day and go, oh, I'm down, you will be. If you wake up every day and go, I'm blessed. Today is a good day. Every day is a good day. I'm feeding the positive dog. The positive dog will win the battle. We're not going to turn to food. We're not going to abuse food. We're not going to use food for wrong reasons. On top of that, there's caffeine. Talk about that. There's alcohol. Talk about that. There's water. So there's so many parts. But I just want to give you the encouragement that no matter what the situation, you can always lose that menopausal weight gain. I've never failed. If a client is committed, I've never failed, because it's a science. And my way is, no diet, no gym, no fad. No diet, no gym, no fad. We're not weighing, we're not counting, never count calories. I mean, it's so obvious. Yeah, a small spaghetti bolognese, insulin high, makes you hungry, starches, fat storing, water retention, bloating. A huge bowl of mince with lots of kidney beans and onions and tomatoes and veg and salad and whatever, totally full, amazing, no insulin high. It's so obvious. But unfortunately, you're always being told things by the media, and people come back at me and go, what about this? It's like, yeah, who commissioned that report? Who commissioned that report? It's just, they're now saying that of every 10 reports, 9 are invested in by the company that want them to say the right thing. So just don't go there. Why you come to me is I've done 45, probably 47,000 now. I've done this 12 years. I know it's only, 14 years. I've done about 47,000 hours with clients. So what's better? Yeah, I've got all the science from my training, but what's more important is what's really going on. And you only get that through actually, practical on-hand evidence with clients. So I'm helping doctors. I'm helping endocrinologist. I'm helping loads of people because obviously with my experience, I've seen how many thousands of women, men have hormones too, how many women are affected by this. And it makes me so upset that women are depressed and bruised because they've gone and done these silly diets, these silly personal trainers who bulk them. And honestly, it's easy. My clients love this. They're losing weight, but they're full, they're happy, we laugh, it's positive, the weight comes off, life is good. Yeah, but again, I've got an online course, you can do it that way. I've got a book, you can do it that way. Books on Amazon, Reclaim Your Life, it's the #1 bestseller in nutrition, weight loss and diet. I've got an online course, and on that online course, if you book in option 2, bundle 2, you can have an hour with me, because the most important thing is you do need to make it personal to you. You can read, as I was saying, read every golf book in the world, but are you going to be the best golfer? You can read every cordon bleu book in the world, but are you going to be the best cordon bleu chef? You need the coach, you need the expert. So if your budget's an issue, then do the online course and do the hour with me. The other option is on November the 7th. I'm in London, I'm in Chelsea, and I'm spending the whole day with you. So come and join me. I'm so excited. Lots and lots of lovely people coming to Chelsea, and I'm going to be there for the whole day with you. So you've got all the opportunity to chat, ask questions, I'll meet you. See if you're endo, ecto, meso, you get a free copy of my signed book. And that's going to be so exciting. So don't give up. Menopause does not equal weight gain. Menopause equals time to gain a knowledge because your body's working against you. That's what it is. Let's call it menopause. Perimenopause is the time to go and get expert knowledge because things are changing and you need to know what to do. But when you know what to do, you will be sorted. That's it, because I've always thought all my clients, if they're committed. Of course, if somebody comes along and says, oh, I want to eat pizza every night, then can't guarantee. But if people are coming to me, we're eating more food than ever before, and we're drinking and we're partying and we're social and we have a life, and all my clients work really, really hard, have really long hours. It's the other thing, it doesn't take any time. People say, I haven't got time to. You're going to have a Zoom with me for half an hour a week. That's it. There's no time needed. People say, oh, I've got to be focused. No, you haven't. I'm not asking you to cook anything weird. I'm not asking. You don't have to cook. It's not about that. It's a bigger picture. It's getting that knowledge about your progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, your belly fat, your subcutaneous fat, your visceral fat, your mass, your metabolic age. See what I mean? It's a bit more complicated than people think, but once you get it, results will be phenomenal. Of course they will. Anyway, I want to see you November the 7th. Please come and join me or buy my book. Do my course, or best of all, of course, do a one-to-one program with me. I do a 4-appointment one, which we can spread over 2 months, an 8-appointment one, which we can spread over 3 months, a 12-appointment one, we can spread over 4 months. So get in touch. Your health is your wealth. You can never value your health because you're going to save hundreds of thousands in the future. And anyway, my one-to-one programs are a fraction of the cost of the Louise Parkers of this world. So get in touch. Don't get depressed. Menopause does not equal weight gain. Menopause equals time to get the knowledge. And I hope it's been helpful. And I'm sorry I didn't appear on Eura. I don't know, they had a glitch. There was no volume. And lots of love. And I'll speak to you very soon.